knowing my place in the world, was constantly trying to support others. And I felt tired and exhausted and confused. So I felt, look, I've got to try and find something that can help me become me again. My name is Matthew, and I've been a carer for nearly all my life. Well, growing up, because my brother was older than me and he lived with non-verbal autism, I provided care and support for him. I also cared for my mother, who developed mental ill health. I didn't know anything about mental illness. I felt I was just thrown into that role. Now, to be honest, I did this out of duty. It wasn't easy. There were arguments, obviously. Can you imagine telling your mum what to do? And I wasn't trained for that type of thing. I learned as I went along. One of the first things that helped me as a carer was to find a creative outlet. Well, one way I do that is through writing and reading poetry. Yes, a lot of the poems that came out initially were quite bitter, but over time, the poems spoke back to me and said, look, you've achieved so much. The poems later on became a lot more calming. It took me away, in a sense, from, just for a moment anyway, from that role. You know, whether it be painting, cooking, gardening, having that creative outlet for yourself can be really beneficial. And also the other thing I would say is look after yourself. You're doing one of the most important things that you can ever do as a human in the realm of loving and caring for someone else. So there's gonna be mistakes and there's gonna be things said that you can't take back. So yeah, self-compassion and self-healing is very important if you're in that caring role. If you're starting out in your caring journey, try and find a mentor that can help you understand your role as a carer. So don't feel that you're ever alone. It might be scary at first, especially if you're a male carer. You might want to just sit there and cope with it. That's not the best way. You're never alone. Connecting with other carers who have been on that journey for a length of time, you can learn a lot from them. And it helped me because of peer support, the emotional support, having someone out there that really understands just that connecting. And it's so valuable. Well, for 13 years, I've been volunteering with Carers UK, and this led to me being nominated for the British Empire Medal. To be honest, doing such things made me feel more valued and made me feel more heard and more seen. So I always champion Carers UK's cause because it makes a difference to the millions of carers out there.